Alright guys, today is ginger beef day. There's a lot of different ways to make this. This is just how I'm making it today because I wanted to clean out my refrigerator. But basically, you have to have some ginger root. We're going to slice this real thin, and you need some onions. And then you need some beef. You can use chicken too, but these three ingredients, that's what you have to have. The rest of the stuff is optional. But I'm going to be using some bok choy. This goes in right at the end so it doesn't get all soggy. I'm going to use a bell pepper. I'm going to slice this real thin like for fajitas. I'm going to throw some carrots in there, and I'm also going to throw in some mushrooms. Like I said, I'm cleaning out the refrigerator. If you just like green beans, just add a whole bunch of fresh green beans in there and mix it with the, the ginger root, the onion, and the beef. Or chicken. It doesn't matter. Now to season it today, we're going to use this. Just go down the Asian aisle and grab anything that says stir-fry sauce. That doesn't matter either. It's just for the flavor. And once you find one you like, you're good to go. Of course, you're going to need a wok, some olive oil, and you're in there. The last thing I add to this is my fajita seasoning. I put this in every single thing I cook. If you need salt, pepper, and a little smoke, this is where it's at. It gives it a little something, something. That's all I can say. Buddies of mine call it magic dust. It kicks up everything. You'll throw your salt and pepper shakers away. It's just the way it is. I'm going to leave my mushrooms whole today. I'm not going to cut them up. And like I said on these bell peppers, one bell pepper, I'm going to cut them in slices like that. Carrots, same principle. These are going to take a little longer to cook. So what I'm going to do is cut them real thin and at an angle, so I get maximum surface area. I do like all my vegetables crunchy. I don't like making them all soggy and overcooked. Now this bok choy you're going to find down there by the Chinese cabbage or the cabbage. You want this definitely crunchy. You do not want this soggy. So at the very end, after I'm done cooking everything else, I just throw this in, mix it, and that's it. It really doesn't get cooked. You're eating it basically raw with some coating of the flavors of the sauce you're putting in there. Now you can peel this ginger if you want. Take off this outer skin. If you leave it on, it's a little more potent. I'm going to leave it on because I like my stuff strong. Like a French fry. You know what? I'm going to deep fry these someday. Batter them and deep fry them. I'm going to go ahead and use all of this because I really like ginger. If you don't like ginger, back off, and hell, you wouldn't be making ginger beef anyway. Once again, buy yourself a cheap steak, and I'm going to save half of this for tomorrow for another stir-fry dish. And once again, cut it across the grain, and you want to cut at a good angle. You want to increase that surface area best you can and go across the grain. And I like to make it as thin as possible. And the muscle structure on this steak is just all over the place. And it's got plenty of fat. You gotta have that cardio diet. I do not remove the fat. I love the fat. That's where your flavor is. Now some folks take this and dredge it through cornstarch. I'm not that guy. Others like to marinate this for 4 or 5 hours. I'm not that guy either. I found it doesn't make any damn difference. If I want gravy or with the cornstarch to make the broth thicker, I'll just add a little water with a little cornstarch. Just make normal kind of gravy. Plus, I'm mixing this now, and this is a video, so it'll be about 30 minutes before I'm actually cooking. So it kind of marinates that way. Give it a mix. Get your hand in there. Gotta get messy if you're the cook. Now I just decided to go ahead and make some gravy. Just need a little bit of this. You mainly want a little bit of juice if you're going to have rice. At least that's my theory. But I really don't have to do this. But I like to have a little gravy. I mean, it really does taste good. So there you go. But that's going to be my gravy. Ta-da! Okay, preheat your wok. You want it super hot. Mine's probably not to temperature yet, but that's actually for a purpose. I'm going to add a bunch of olive oil there. And I'm going to add a bunch of ginger. I want the flavor of the ginger and the olive oil to combine. kind of like I'm deep frying my ginger. And I'm going to throw in some of the onion. If you like garlic, you can go ahead and add garlic. That's kind of been deep frying there for about, I don't know, a minute or so. Your house is going to start smelling awesome. Let's get this beef in there. We're going to do stir fry. Got the heat going up. That didn't take long at all. Like I said, about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to remove the meat and leave the juice. Now the best I can, I'm going to add the carrots and the bell pepper and the onion. And I left a little ginger too, so we're going to add that ginger back in. It's a root, so anything that's a root kind of needs to go in right now. Right here. So I'm going to add a little salt and give these vegetables a little bit of this. Stir fry sauce. Now this has been going for about a minute and a half. We're going to add the meat back in. Drop in the mushrooms. That's been going about a minute. Going to add to make the gravy. Now it doesn't take too long. The gravy is going to start to boil and start to thicken. That happens real fast. Okay, as soon as that gravy starts to thicken, you can tell it's getting thick. It's also darkening up. Looks perfect. We add the bok choy. Give it a mix. Get it all down in there. Y'all, it's been about a minute. The gravy's boiling. And you see how that looks. You just don't want to overcook these vegetables. This is done. I'm going to turn off my heat and put it in a plate. Make you some rice. Dump this on top or on the side of it. You're done. There you go. Ginger beef. Now it's time for that internationally known taste test right here. Got me a piece of meat and a piece of ginger because I love ginger. The beef is all tender because you wok stir fried it. Got all that strong ginger taste, very strong ginger taste. And then you got the gravy and the other vegetables. I would suggest making some rice, but I'm just not feeling rice for the last couple of days. I don't know why. And I'm on some kind of a kick with my wok. So, there you go. Ginger beef. And you can change up the vegetables like I said. So, anyway, I appreciate you watching. Hey, if you guys are on Instagram, just type in the Hog Zone. I'm on there. You get the usual Hog Zone crap and deep fried thinking that I usually just throw up there. But mainly it's just cheesy food pictures like everybody else is doing. You know how we roll. So anyway, check out thehogzone.com, and I appreciate you watching. By the way, that's a Lodge cast iron wok, and I love that thing.